Have you ever felt lost in a sea of expectations, not knowing who you really are? In modern life, we are often caught up in pressures from family, friends, or even social media. But today, we will explore a concept that can change everything: independence. So what is independence really? Independence is not about isolating yourself or refusing help. It's not about living alone on a deserted island. Instead, independence is the ability to think with your own mind, make your own decisions, and find joy from within. Imagine you are the one holding the pen, writing your own life story, not just a supporting character in someone else's script. That is independence. Loneliness and independence. What's the difference? Many people confuse loneliness with independence, but they are completely different. Loneliness is a feeling of emptiness, like when you stand in a crowd but still feel lost, with no one understanding you. Independence, on the other hand, is freedom and wholeness. For example, you walk alone on a quiet trail, just you and nature, but you feel peaceful and happy. The difference lies here. Loneliness is a loss of connection, while independence is enjoying your own presence. Why does society misunderstand independence? From a young age, we have been taught to seek approval. That includes praise from parents, high grades from teachers, or nowadays, likes on social media and a high salary to prove one's worth. But what is the truth? Chasing approval from others is like pouring water into a leaky bucket. You will never feel satisfied. True independence is when you break that vicious cycle, realizing that your worth does not lie in others' opinions but within yourself. When you embrace living independently, you open up a richer, more meaningful life. You begin to make choices based on your own values, not the expectations of others. You no longer live just waiting for the weekend or holidays. Instead, you find joy in everyday moments. Moreover, you become more authentic, strong, and full of life energy. That is the power of independence. So how do you start this journey? How do you become independent in a world that is always pulling you in every direction? Did you know that independence not only changes the way you think but can also completely transform your life? Imagine a version of yourself, more confident, wiser, and full of joy, just by embracing the power of independence. Today, we will explore 3 amazing benefits that independence brings, and trust me, you won't want to miss this. One of the greatest benefits of independence is that it helps you build unshakable confidence. When you learn to trust your own judgment, you begin to develop a deep belief in yourself. Think about this: no longer having to constantly seek approval or advice from others, you become the one in control of your own life. For example, imagine a 38-year-old who decides to leave a stable job to pursue their true passion, perhaps opening a bakery or becoming an artist. Initially, people might doubt them, but when they succeed, their confidence not only skyrockets but also inspires those around them. That is the power of relying on yourself. Moreover, independence helps you make better decisions. When you are not influenced by external pressures, such as the opinions of friends, family, or society, you can view your options clearly and objectively. This means you can make decisions that truly align with your own values and desires. For example, instead of trying to keep up with your neighbor's luxurious lifestyle, buying a big house or a fancy car, you can choose a simpler life, focusing on what truly brings you happiness, such as spending time with family or pursuing personal hobbies. This decision not only helps you save money but also brings peace of mind. Finally, independence allows you to rediscover joy in life. When you are no longer bound by others' expectations, you can freely revive old hobbies or experiment with new skills. Imagine a parent, after 15 years of being busy with work and family, deciding to pick up a paintbrush and start painting again. At first, it might just be a few scribbles, but gradually, they find a new spark, a source of energy and joy they had long forgotten. That is the moment when independence not only nurtures the soul but also enriches your life. So, we have explored 3 wonderful benefits of independence: boosting self-confidence, making better decisions, and rediscovering joy. But the story doesn't stop here. In the next part, we will meet a real-life character, someone who has turned independence into a strength to change their life. Get ready to be inspired. Have you ever felt like life is a never-ending spiral, where you just keep running after responsibilities and forget about yourself? Let's meet Sarah, a 42-year-old woman exhausted from balancing work and family. One day, she decides to do what many people dare not: reclaim her independence and find herself again. Sarah starts with something simple yet meaningful: walking 2 miles alone each day, about 30 minutes to reflect and breathe amidst the chaos. Those moments inspire her to sign up for guitar lessons, rekindling a teenage dream she had forgotten. Each note played seems to bring a part of Sarah back. Over time, these small changes lead to a profound transformation. She becomes more confident, dares to make bold choices, and feels more fulfilled than ever. The best part? Independence not only helps Sarah find herself again but also deepens her relationships with family and friends, as she becomes more present and authentic. Sarah's journey reminds us that sometimes, just one small step to find yourself can change your entire life, and the lives of those around you. Have you ever wondered how to live more freely, more confidently, without depending on anyone else? With just a few small steps each day, you can start your journey to building independence today, and I'll show you how to do it with 4 super practical steps. Set aside 15 to 30 minutes each day just to focus on yourself. No work, no phone, no interruptions, just you and the things you enjoy. You can read a good book, meditate to relax, or even just sit quietly and breathe. This sounds simple, but it helps you reconnect with yourself and listen to your own thoughts. Imagine this: every day, you have a date with yourself. That's the first step to becoming more independent. Have you ever loved something that is now forgotten? Maybe gardening, painting, or cooking. Try to rekindle it. For example, if you used to enjoy gardening, start with a small plant pot. Or if you want to try something new, why not sign up for an online cooking course or learn a new language? You don't need to be good at it right away. The important thing is the joy of exploring and the sense of pride when you accomplish something on your own. This is how you remind yourself that you can grow independently without needing anyone to guide you. Saying no is not easy, but it is the key to protecting your time and energy. Imagine, you have planned to rest, but someone asks you to do something non-urgent. Instead of reluctantly agreeing, try saying, "I can't do it right now, but I'll help you later." Saying no is not selfish, it's how you respect yourself. When you learn to refuse unimportant things, you will have more space to focus on yourself and your goals. Once a week, pick up a pen and write down your thoughts, feelings, or goals. It doesn't need to be long, just a few lines about what you've experienced, what made you happy, or what you want to improve. For example, you could write, "Today, I tried cooking a new dish and it was great." Writing a journal is like talking to a friend. It helps you understand yourself better and make wiser decisions. This is the final step to strengthen your independence from within. With just these 4 steps, dedicating time to yourself, rekindling your passions, learning to say no, and reflecting through journaling, you've started building a more independent version of yourself. Try starting today with small steps, and you'll be amazed at the changes it brings. Have you ever felt tired from having to balance pleasing others and living true to yourself? Pursuing independence is never easy, but today, we will explore together ways to overcome the barriers so that you can confidently walk your own path. When you start prioritizing yourself, you will not infrequently receive opposition from family or friends. They might ask, "Why have you been less present lately?" Or, "Don't you care about everyone anymore?" These comments can easily make you feel guilty or doubtful about your choices. Additionally, the feeling of not meeting others' expectations can weigh heavily on you, making you wonder if you are doing something wrong. But remember, this is just a natural reaction from people who are used to you always putting them first. Remind yourself that independence is not selfish. Think about it: if you exhaust yourself trying to please others, what will you have left to contribute? Taking care of yourself is like recharging your energy. Only when you are healthy and happy can you spread that to those around you. Share your journey. Have an honest conversation with your loved ones. Explain that taking time for yourself does not mean you are abandoning them, but rather a way for you to become a better version of yourself, a better friend, a more complete family member. Even if they may not understand immediately, your patience and sincerity will gradually convince them to support you. The journey of pursuing independence is not always smooth, but don't let challenges discourage you. With perseverance and the support of loved ones, you will not only overcome societal pressures but also discover the hidden strength within yourself. Keep moving forward, my friend. Are you ready to transform your life into a meaningful and liberating journey? Let's embark on this path together, starting today. It's never too late to rediscover who you are. Independence is more than a choice. It's the key to unlocking a life of fulfillment and purpose. Picture yourself standing at the threshold of change. With just one step, you can open the door to true freedom and happiness. Don't wait any longer. Begin your journey now. In this week, take an hour just to do what you love, perhaps reading a good book, painting a picture, or simply sitting quietly and enjoying your own moment. Then, leave a comment below to share your experience and inspire others. Let's together create a community of free souls. Every small step you take today is the foundation for a greater future. Seize the opportunity, write your own story, and live the life you truly desire.